Hello, good morning to all. Today we have to study about the Cochran Boiler. The Cochran Boiler is the part of the Basic of Mechanical Engineering, BME, and Chapter 6. This topic we have to cover features and characteristics of the Cochran Boiler, specification, introduction and construction detail, working of Cochran Boiler. The features and characteristics of Cochran boiler. The boiler types is a vertical boiler, multi-tube boiler. There is a number of tube, fire tube boiler. The flue gases are passed from the fire tube and surface surrounded by the water. Internally fired means the creating of the smoke and creating of the flue gases inside the boiler. That is a internally fired boiler. Naturally circulation boiler, we have to not add any external pump to circulate the water. It's transfer as a naturally. It's suitable for small plant requiring a small quantity of the steam and where the floor area is limited. There is a medium size of the boiler we have to use for small scale or medium scale industry and low space we have to require. The specification of this boiler is height of the cell is 5.78 meter of the Cochran boiler. Maximum evaporative capacity is 568 kg per hour of the steam from cold feed when burning of 36 to 40 kg per hour of coal. Means that evaporative capacity is means generation of steam. How many kg of the steam generation from the boiler? If you have to produce a 568 kg of the steam from the Cochran boiler, it's required 36 to 40 kg of coal. There is not, you have to give a standardization measurement of the coal because of there are many more types of the coal are available: lignite, bitumen, anthracite. It's depend on variable calorific value. So as per average value required for 568 kg of steam generation, we require the burning of coal is 36 to 40 kg per hour. Economical rating is 3/4 of the maximum. Economical rating means the efficiency level ratio. This is 3/4 as the maximum level. Heating surface is 120 meter square inside the boiler. Steam pressure up to maximum 6.7 bar. The next, introduction and construction detail. It consists of a vertical cylindrical cell having a dome-shaped top where the steam space is provided. At the we have to discuss in our last topic, simple vertical boiler. There is a top is a vertical cylindrical cell we have to use for this cell top side for collecting of the steam. The hemispherically shaped furnace provided at the bottom most part of the boiler in which the fuel is burned on the grate. The ash pit is provided below the grate for collecting ash after the regular interval. The hemispherically shaped furnace without a single weld or steam make the furnace strongest structure under the compression and suitable to resist the intense heat produced by the combustion of fuel. This is all topic we have to cover in the drawing of Cochran boiler. This is the figure of Cochran boiler. We have to first study all the mentioned name, then after we have to transfer into the working of boiler. This is the first point is grate. Grate is initial platform to provide a coal for a burning. Next is damper. This is a damper. Damper is means that we have to control the air goes to the inside the furnace, how many air are required, how many percentage of the damper are we have to open or close, means controlling of the air inside the furnace. This next is fire door. Fire door means we have to provide a coal step by step, add primary air from the fire door. Here is fire tube. Fire tube means inside the tube fire or flue gases are passes. Smoke box, the old fire tube, they rejected the smoke ash into the smoke box. Here the one is partition is available. It is the one type of the filter which the collect the all carbon or unburned carbon from the smokes. Is a chimney, it give the flue gases out to the atmosphere. We have to first start from the here is aspit. Aspit is the collect the ash from the furnace chamber. Blow of coke. Blow of coke, we have to remove impurities inside the boiler or impure water coming out from the blow of coke. Is a feed check valve. Feed check valve, the working of feed check valve is to feed the water inside the boiler. Flue pipe, this is the flue pipe. Flue pipe means the it's give a path or way to the ash which pass from the furnace to fire tube. Vertical feed pipe. Vertical feed pipe means it give the natural circulation of the water. Fire brick cleaning. Fire brick cleaning means is the higher or strongest brick wall which not heat transfer from inside to outside of the boiler. This is a combustion chamber. These all are the green yellow part we have to see inside the figure. This all are as a combustion chamber. Fusible plug, it's give the protection against the high temperature or lower water level. This is the water level indicator. It mentions the how many water are inside the boiler. Externally cell, these are the externally cell where we have to collect the steam. Is the provided manhole for providing the cleaning of the boiler at the maintenance time. Pressure gauge to know the pressure inside the boiler, how many pressure are operating inside the boiler. Safety valve, it's give a safety against a higher pressure or critical pressure. Steam stop valve, using of steam stop valve, it's give a steam output from the boiler and used for a further utilization. Here is a main one part is there, anti-priming pipe. Anti-priming pipe, the working of this pipe, it separate the steam and water. Steam are passed from the anti-priming pipe to steam stop valve and water are drained out inside the boiler. This is the hemispherically as a cell. That's all our terminology we have to see. First we have to start it from the bottom side of the boiler. At the first we have to apply coal from the fire door, or initially primary air and coal we have to drawn into the fire door. The grate R provide initially platform to ignite the coal. After the starting of ignition, we have to step by step input the coal and primary air from the fire door. This coal are ignited and produce a heat or ash. There is a high temperature rise. Ash and flue gases are passed through the flue pipe. Then after this flue gases are passed through this yellow or red arrow mark as a fire tube. These fire tubes are inside the boiler which is directly contacted to the water. Then after the These gases are passed to smoke box. Smoke box is separate the sum of the carbon contained fly ash unburned carbon into the smoke box, and completely gaseous form of the ash is transferred to the chimney, and chimney gives the out to the atmosphere. Secondary side we have to study at the water. The blue portion are is a water and the orange portion is a steam. First we have to add water from the feed check valve. Feed check valve 2 we have to add water inside the boiler, and water are directly contacted to the fire tube. The heat is gained from the fire tube, and water at reach to a saturation level up to 100 centigrade temperature. After the completion of 100 centigrade temperature, the water converted into the steam at 100 centigrade temperature. The formation of steam from the water is collected in a steam drum or hemispherically drum. Then after it's create a pressure rise due to the volume is equal to constant. The collected steam are passed out from the steam stop valve for further utilization. In case of there is a heavy critical pressure created by the boiler, the safety valve operated and it's give the steam out from the boiler. As we have to show that there's normal pressure cooker. If the cooker pressure is right, the dead weight safety valve is goes to up and it's give the excess steam out from the cooker. There is a one type of the boiler safety valve are provided against the higher pressure and critical pressure. Next is working of Cochran boiler. Path of flue gases we have to all the discuss in the figure. Path of flue gases. The hot flue gases produced from the burning of the fuel in the furnace rise up, enter through the small flue pipe into the combustion chamber. Next, these flue gases are passes from the horizontal fire tube and next transfer to the fire smoke box. Then after the finally discharged to the atmosphere through a chimney. But at the hot fire glue passes with the horizontal fire tube, which we have to heat transfer from pipe to water, and water are converted to as a steam. The flue gases during this travel from the firebox, the chimney gives the heat to surrounding water to generate a steam. That's for the main topic. The path of the hot flue gases in the boiler shown in arrow figure. Simple vertical boiler. The next path is steam flow. It is divided into two flow, gas flow and steam flow. The feed water is required uniformly to cell controlled by a feed check valve. Means we have to give the water at desired level, then we have to producing a steam. When the boiler is heated, the cold water in the cell passes down and hot water rises up between the fire tube by natural circulation. Due to the conversion of current, and the steam is generated and collected in the steam space. Cover the water surface of the cell. What is the natural circulation? If you have to put water in the bowl and we give for a heat up, the centrally heat up water are coming as a top side of the bowl, and side cold water is goes to downside of the, means its density difference or temperature difference. Due to the density difference, the hot water is goes to a up and cold water is goes to a down, and it make a normally circulation of the water. That's you have to call as a natural circulation. In the Cochran boiler are also a natural circulation boiler. Natural circulation boiler. The circulation of the water in the cell is shown by the arrow. You have to shown in figure. The steam collected in the steam space, then the pass through the anti-priming pipe. The main function of the anti-priming pipe is to remove water particle, and completely steam goes out from the anti-priming pipe, means it separates the water particle and steam. The next is draft system. In the draft is provided by natural circulation of air and gas, usually done naturally with the help of chimney. What is the draft? Draft is means that we have to move gases or any type of the fly ash, smoke gases. We have to pass from one place to another place. It may be by forced draft or natural draft. By forced draft, we have to arrange a pump. By natural draft, it may be work on density difference and temperature difference. The higher temperaturized flue gases are goes to a upward direction, and atmospheric higher dense air enter into the firebox. Advantages of Cochran boiler: it is a compact and portable in size. Initial cost is very low because of the medium size of the boiler. No any additional cost are required. Easily movable to one place to another place. Medium size. All the component part is covered in the one boiler, so it's easily movable one place to another place. Quick and easy installation. We have to put anywhere to use them. This installation is very easy. Disadvantages of the Cochran boiler: steam raising capacity is less due to the vertical design. In a vertical design natural draft, there is a limited number of fire tube or water tube are available, so is the most of the heat rejection due to the vertical design. So is the steam generation capacity is also less. Efficiency is poor in smaller size. If you have to put Cochran boiler in a small size, the efficiency is very lower. Steam pipe under heavy load due to the small steam space. This sentence is that we have to producing a steam inside the boiler. All the components and parts are in a single drum. That is create a higher pressure, and this pressure is create a heavy load on the pipe because of the providing a very small space for a steam. So it's a create a heavy load on the pipe. There is the most disadvantages of this boiler. Thank you.